Hey, you guys, if you are here because of the LMSW exam, then you are in the right place. This video found you right when it was supposed to find you. Stay tuned.
I'm living that balanced life, heart open but my boundaries tight. I can love you and still love me. That's the way it's gotta be.
I have my tea in this cup, so if y'all see me sipping, I'm sipping it as it cools down, but that's sidebar information. Let me take out my proof. I don't think I want to do much editing on this video because I want it to be realistic. It's going to be realistic for my people trying to pass the LMSW exam. Okay? Your licensed master social work exam. This is for you. So I'm not going to be the one that comes on and say I passed it the first time and these are the pro tips that are going to absolutely get you to pass it the first time. Because guess what? I didn't pass it the first time. I passed my LMSW the 7th go around. Y'all heard me right? The 7th go around. Let me give y'all the dates that I have taken the exam. Just to give y'all, look, I got the receipts. These are all of my failed exams. But I did pass it on the 7th go around. So my first time taking the exam was, and I'm going to leave screenshots in the video probably on one of these sides so y'all can see the dates that I passed. I wish the dates that I failed the exam. And I'm going to give you the points that I failed it by and then tell you guys what I did differently to pass it, you guys. So, the first time I took this test, I actually can't find the first exam, but I took it at my bachelor's level. The score that I got was, I had got a 99 and I needed to get a 100. I can't find that paper for whatever reason. It's gone. I don't know if I threw it away or what, because I was doing my master's, my master's schooling after I took the bachelor's level. I took it, honestly, I took it at the bachelor's level to know what it was like. I didn't expect to pass it. Even though I was hoping that I would, I didn't expect to pass it at my bachelor's level. And I didn't. I failed about 1 point. And I don't think I studied for that test. Or if I did, it was very minimal. But I failed about, I keep saying pass. I did pass it eventually. But I failed about 1 point. I had a 99 and I needed a 100 to pass. So the next one that I took was at my master's level when I had graduated from college, which I graduated December 2020, not December 2020, May 2020, with my master's. So I failed the master's examination on January 20th, 2021. And I was like, oh, well, that sucks. I'll try it again. I'll pass it the next time. I know what to do. I'll pass it the next time. And the next time I took it was May 29th, 2021, the same year. Failed it. The next time I took it was my, at the master's level, this is the third time, was October 20th, 2021, that same year. I was like, I knew I was gonna pass it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pass it. Did not pass it. The next time I took it, I was deterred. I felt bad. I said, I'm not gonna try to take it again. Let me sip my tea. ASMR if y'all heard that. But the next time I took it, I was like, I had waited a year. More than a year. I think, no, a little less than a year, maybe 11 months, because I really didn't want to take it again. I was so upset about the last time I took it, the third time at my master's level. And y'all will know why when I tell y'all the points. Y'all gonna be like, really? So I was like, I'm not gonna take it again. Then I was like, let me try again. This time, gotta be the time. This is it. This is it. I'm finna pass it. And the next time I took it was September 23rd, 2023, last year. And guess what? Your girl failed it. Failed it again. So this is the 4th time at the master's level. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4. I got a stack of papers in front of me. So I hope as I'm going through this, whoever has taken this test over and over, you get some glimmer of hope or even feel a sense of community. Comment in the comment section if you have taken it over and over and you're not the person that passed it the first time around. Listen, stay tuned to the end. I hope to give you inspiration to take it again and don't give up. But the 5th time in my master's level taking it was January 2024, this year. Failed it. And the 6th time taking it at my master's level was April 30th, 2024. And I said, I ain't gonna take it again. I knew I wasn't gonna take it again. I was like, at this point, I keep feeling it. God, if you got something else for me to do, I'm gonna lean into that. Let me be okay with whatever you have me to do, because obviously what I'm seeking to do is not working. I haven't passed it. I haven't been able to level up to do what I want to do. None of that. I'm failing it for a reason, and I'm just not gonna take it again. And then I took it again, and I'm gonna put the paper up. I took it again July 10th, 2024, the 7th time at my master's level. And I passed the test. I passed the test! Your girl is an LMSW in the jurisdiction of Tennessee. Y'all, listen. I didn't get it the first try, so I can't make that kind of video, and I have to be realistic. So I was like, let me get comfortable. Let me tell this story the way it went to hopefully inspire somebody else to keep going, keep taking it. So we're gonna go back to the scores, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I did for each test to get. So maybe if you relate to what I did, that would be good to hear in the chat. Maybe you did something a little different from what I did. That would be good to hear in the chat. This is a video for a community of social workers to know what everybody's journey has been, so we can motivate each other. Basically, I love meeting other social workers because nobody speaks the same language that we do. It's like a if you know, you know, say no more type thing. We can look at each other and be like, yep, I know what you experienced as a social worker. So let's get into it. Let me sip some tea. Also, if this is a video where you want me to rush through, maybe find another video that's very speedy and not as thorough. I want to be as thorough as I can be, because this is a life-changing thing, and then you moving up the ladder of social work, and I want to make sure I get my experience on the table for somebody else that's on the same journey I'm on, who has been on it, who needs the reassurance. This is who this video is for. So if you know somebody like that, please share this video with them. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm not gonna try to stumble over my words and rush through. I just want to explain the whole process. Okay? And if you want to zoom through to the very end for me to tell you all how I passed the test the 7th time, please feel free to do that. That's fine as well. But this is for the people who need to hear the journey, who need to hear the reassurance to know they're not alone. You are not alone. You're not alone, okay? You're not alone. I am here with you. Okay, though we tried to pass, you're gonna pass the test. Okay, I'm done. Tune into my channel to get some more of that. But anyway, so the first time I took it at my master's level, y'all, I got 96 questions correct, and I needed to get 100 questions correct. The scores change each time, but I got 96 out of 100 correct. So I was like, okay, I can try it again. I did good. And what I did for this test, I did a few flashcards, but I also did my common knowledge on social work. I was like, I'm not a good studier. For anybody in the chat who's not a good studier, I'm with you. I'm not a good studier. I was the one, if I study something and overthink it and keep looking at it the day of the test, I will forget everything that I know. Even if I know and I'm a pro at the subject area, I will forget everything that I know just from seeing the book and seeing the words, because then I'm like second guessing, like, wait, I thought. So I was like, let me try flashcards and let me try not studying, like half and half. I didn't look at the flashcards that much. I did basically like treatment modalities. Like I studied that flashcards and that's it. And I got 4. I was off by 4, and I was like, I didn't do too bad. So next time, what I'm going to do, I'm looking at the second one at the master's level. The next time I said, well, I didn't do good with the flashcards, so let me just not look at the flashcards and just trust myself. Let me just trust myself, because what better way to go in than to believe in yourself? And of course, I prayed a little bit, but we gonna get on to that. I prayed a little bit. I ain't pray hard about it because I was being very spoiled. I was like, I'm very smart. If I got 4 left to get right, I'm gonna get it right the next time, because I'm intelligent, and that's all. I just need to tweak a little bit, just trust myself a little bit more, And I went in that second time, and I failed it by, how many is that? Look, I gotta do the math with my fingers. I failed it by 7. I got a 92, and I needed to get a 99. So I was like, still not being appreciative and praying harder about it. I'm like, well, at least I'm still in the 90s. And I was telling it to everybody. I'm like, I'm in the 90s, so I know my stuff. I'm smart. I ain't even studying. I got 92. So let me try it again, and I'm gonna get it the next time. Third time's a charm. Woo! Hold on. So I was like, third time's a charm. I'm about to get it this time, because your girl intelligent. I went to a learning workshop, actually. I signed up for a workshop, and to prepare myself for the exam. So I was like, I know I can't study, so let me try a workshop. Pay for a workshop, and if you want to know whose workshop it is, please comment below, and I definitely can let you know who, send you the link, all of that, and you guys can definitely connect with her, because it was a good workshop. So I went to the workshop, and it did CBT. Y'all, my therapist, y'all know what CBT is. Cognitive behavioral therapy. So changing the way you think. So I was like, okay, she gave me the tools I need. I'm changing the way I think. I'm a little bit more confident. Blah, 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 blah. Also, going into the testing, I didn't say this part too, without saying so much, because you can't say certain things about the test. But I went in the testing place, and I took the test all the way through. That is like 4 hours just sitting on the computer, taking it all the way through. But I'm going to save the details for the end of this video. And so I went all the way through them hours, and I had hours to spare. I had an hour and a half one time, almost 2 hours. Like, I'm going through, clicking everything I think I know, going back, all that, doing all of the things that you're supposed to do during tests, doing what you know, then doing what you think you know, and then flag, all that extraness. And so I had failed it by, the second time I failed it by, 7 points. Boom. So the third time, I was like, third time's a charm. I got it. I did this workshop. It is what it is. Y'all, I went in that test place. They give you the paper. They give you your unofficial scores at the end. So I was like, I'm not going to look at the paper. I'm going to fold it up, get in the car, and look at it, because I know I got it this time. Y'all, I got in that car, unfolded that paper. I looked, and I yelled out in my car, 2 freaking points. I know somebody heard me if they was outside. I failed about 2 points. I got a 96, and I needed 98 to pass the test. Yeah, y'all. I ain't even look at the paper no more. I said, I failed this test. I ain't finna take this test again. This is October 2021. and this is when I took my hiatus. 2022, I didn't take it at all. 2023 came around, I didn't take it at the very beginning of the year, and then the end of 2023, September, I took it again. I said, okay, I'm praying a little bit more. God help your girl out. Still not believing, still having doubts, all of that. Still not believing. I'm like, God, if you don't do it, nobody else gonna do it. So it is what it is. Let me go in here and try again. Let me try it again. And I did not study again. Because I'm not a great studier. Hold on to the end, because I promise y'all it's all gonna draw in together, okay? Hold on. Okay. So I took it again in September 2023. This is the 4th time I took it at my master's level. And I got 96 and needed 99. 3 points. Did not study. Just went in cold turkey. Didn't tell nobody I was taking the test. And no, I did. I actually did say I told other people I was taking the test. Each time I took this test, I told people I was going to take it, and getting all the boosting up from everybody. Like, you got it this time. You got it this time. I'm like, yeah, I got it this time. I got it this time. Failed about 3 points. The 5th time I took this test, this is the lowest that I had ever scored. This was January this year, 2024. That's when I had lost all hope, really. And I didn't study for this one. This was the lowest I got. And then it I wouldn't say it lit a fire under me, but it made me perk up to like, okay, Dree, what you need to do different? What you need to do different? Because this ain't it. I got 87 and I needed 99. So I missed it by 12 points. That was the most. Y'all see? All the other ones was like 6, 3 points, 2 points. The bachelor's level was 1 point. Like, I was like, oh yeah, what do I need to do different? So I went again to another learning workshop. CBT, she told us to think about it in another way. All of these things, and I was open and honest about taking the test and failing it, all of that, how I felt. I took a lot of notes. And she said something that clicked in my head, and I don't want to tell her testing strategies unless. Okay, so my audio went out. We are doing it without the mic. I gotta charge my mic up. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But where I ended at was, unless you sign up for her workshop or whatever, I don't want to give that, but she did help me think of it in another way or whatever. And so I was like, I'm gonna go in. I got this. And I'm thinking about it a whole nother way. I got more confidence in myself, and I went in, got a 97 out of 99, 2 points. I said, okay, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I trusted myself this time. I'm thinking about it another way. I have the confidence in myself. I know I can do it. And I wasn't going to take it again. April 30th, 2024 this year, I wasn't going to take it again. So I just left it alone. I was praying a little bit more in my closet. I ain't going to say I was fervently praying. I was praying here and there. And I was like, God, what you want me to do? I feel stuck in my career path. What do you want me to do? And so I left it alone, left it at the throne, prayed about it, left it alone, because I really was over it. Honestly, I was over it. And I gotta be so transparent here, because I don't want people to be like, oh yeah, because she's so diligent, because I'm flawed. I'm a flawed human. Oh, I'm getting emotional. Holy Spirit in here. I'm flawed. So I wasn't praying hard back to back to back. I did that prayer, and I honestly did it in defeat. And so the only reason why I signed up to take this test again, July 2024, it was July 10th when I passed it, is because I've been leaning more into God at this point. And even though I'm not perfect, I do take the signs and wonders, and the dreams that he gives me, they be clear, and it be on point. It be communication. And when I communicate with people, when they say certain things that I know I've been praying for, I'm like, okay, this is divine. He got me hearing this for a reason. So I spoke to somebody I hadn't spoken to in years, y'all. I'm telling y'all, in years. I don't know how many years, but not like a bunch of years, maybe like a year or two. Look, I'm being extra. And so this person said, did you take your test again yet? Because the last time I spoke to this person, it was a few tests ago that I had failed. And so I was like, you know what? That's my sign to go and take it. And that person started laughing. I'm like, no, because I hadn't even thought about the test. I honestly gave up on taking the test, but since you said it, and I literally said it like this, I was like, since you said it, I guess that's my sign to go on sign up. I'm going to be obedient. And they started laughing. I was like, no, I'm serious. I don't want to take it. I gave up on taking that test. I took it and failed it a whole bunch. It was like defeat in my voice. I said, but since you said it, I'm going to go on and be obedient. I guess that's what I said. And I did sign up. I didn't want to. But I was like, for this person to bring it up, and I hadn't even talked about this test to nobody, and I hadn't even talked to this person in a long time, that's my sign. God saying, go on and move. So let me be obedient. I woke up the morning of the test, and I was thinking about what I learned from the workshop. I'm not gonna lie, that helped me out a whole lot. But I'm gonna tell you what else helped me out a lot. A couple of things, but one main thing was I woke up and I didn't pray much about the test, but I did say, God, your will be done. I kept telling him, whatever happens, you already know what's gonna happen. I ain't even gonna try to figure out what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna go in. I'm being obedient. I signed up like you told me to. I didn't want to. Oh wow, getting emotional. I'm signing up like you want me to. I didn't want to do it. I'm just listening to what you told me to do. You sent it to me through somebody I hadn't talked to, and after that, I hadn't talked to that person since then. So I was going in, and I felt the presence of the Holy Spirit with me. I will not lie. I woke up and I didn't wake up alone. We never wake up alone anyway. He wakes us up. But I woke up and I felt him with me all day. I said somebody with me, but it was the Holy Spirit the whole time. I didn't tell nobody I had signed up for that test besides the person I spoke to on the phone. They thought I was playing about signing up for it. And so I told you I haven't talked to that person since then. And no, rewind, I did talk to that person after I passed the test. But at that point, I hadn't talked to them since I said I was going to sign up. And so I signed up for it. I rolled in. I looked at my hands, y'all. This is what I did. I looked at my hands and I said, you see this? You the same person going in as you are going to be coming out. You got this no matter what the results is, and God already know what's gonna happen, so trust him. You're the same person. Don't come out sad. Don't come out defeated. Don't come out feeling like you did it if you pass. Like whatever the result is, be okay with it. Looking at my hands, the wrinkles in my hands, the ashiness, all the intricacies of being me. I said I'm the same person. I was touching myself. I'm in a car, like just riding, like I'm gonna be the same person. Going in and coming out. I went into the testing site. I have never walked in between that building. Everything was different this time. I parked on a different side. Didn't know there was a whole side of the building. Walked through a garden, a beautiful garden. This could be prophetic in some ways, but I walked through a beautiful garden. Didn't even know it was in between the building. Looks like you outside, but you in between the building. Noticed everything. I wanted to take a video, but I didn't. And so I said, honestly, as I'm talking, the feeling and the thoughts inside of me said, this is the last time you're going to walk in between this building. And not because I was saying I'm going to pass it. I just said, this is the last time you're going to walk in between this building. I didn't say it. Something told me, probably the Holy Spirit. And so, more than likely, it's the Holy Spirit. Walked through the building, found the testing area. I did not like that site. I'm not gonna lie, that site I did not like, but because I tested there before and I was distracted, but it is what it is. So I went in, I took into account what I did for the training that I went through, the workshop I went through. So I did that technique she told me. And one other thing that I added onto this test, outside of just accepting destiny for what it is, accepting that what's already written is what's gonna happen, despite of anything that I can try to do to move it, turn it around, rush it, any of those things, hope and pray, destiny is gonna happen. And so the only other thing I did was take a break. So earlier in this video, I told you guys I would take the test all the way through and have hours to spare. This time, instead of taking it all the way through, and that was my downfall. Y'all know, rewind back to the beginning, I said studying for tests is not my strength. I'm a good test taker, but studying is not my strength. Other than leaning on God, I was like, I gotta find a way to not get bored. If you are one of the people like me, please tune your ears up to this part of the conversation. If you get bored, or if your attention span goes, like if you're doing something too long, this is for you, because that's how I am. I was taking that test at first, all them 6 times that I took it and did not pass. And I was getting through, halfway through, seeing that I had a little bit more questions, a few more questions to go, and my brain would clock out. So then I would be clicking answers. Not on purpose. I'm like, okay, I'm making an educated guess. Really, I was guessing. And my brain had clicked out, because I'm like, now I'm tired. I'm bored. I've been sitting here for a long time. It's chilly in here. I want to move around. I'm sitting too long. I want to look at everything. Then I start paying attention to the noises on the outside around me. I logged out in my brain and still was logged in on the computer. This time, I said I was going to take a break. I do not feel comfortable getting up, like in testing situations like that, and leaving physically out of the room, because I feel like it throws me off my game personally. So I did not get up, but what I did do was I closed my eyes. I looked at the time first, closed my eyes. I said I got more than enough time. I took deep breaths. I looked at my hands again and I said, you're going to be the same person that you came in here when you leave out of here, regardless of what that piece of paper say. And I closed my eyes, put my head down, breathing deep. You're going to be the same person. I hope this helps somebody. You're going to be the same person, and you are the same person that you were going into that testing site, as you were leaving out, and as you will be leaving out. Don't let the test erase everything you know about yourself, make you doubt your abilities, your intelligence. You've been doing this work for quite some time. You know this. You've done this. You've worked this. You studied this. You know this. It don't change who you are. The test don't determine what you know. It's just a standardized piece of paper to give you another piece of paper, which is licensure. Yes, it's important, but it does not determine your quality work. It doesn't determine your ability to work. It doesn't determine your intelligence. It does not determine none of that. You're going to be the same person. That's what I said to myself. And the Holy Spirit was with me. I felt calm. Y'all, I went to it shows up on your screen. Rewind. It shows up on your screen when you're done. I closed my eyes and I pushed submit, and I was fine with it. I was fine with how I took the test, how I took that mini break, because it did reboot my mind, and for me to keep going with the stuff that I had flagged, all of that. But I opened my eyes, finished the test, submitted. It said I passed it. I sat there and looked at the screen for a little bit. And I sat there and looked at the screen. I did not jump for joy. I said, none of this was me. None of this was me. I've been here before. I trusted God's plan for me in that moment, what he already has assigned to me in my lifetime, in my lifeline, and I trusted that lifeline, and it was to happen at that very moment. It wasn't anything that I could do. It wasn't anything that I could move my hands to do, connect to people to do, get the inspiration from to do. I had to trust my timeline of passing that test. You have to trust your timeline. The first time may not be the time for you. The second time may be. The third time may be. The fourth time. And for me, it was the 7th time. It might be the 7th time for you. But Trust the timeline of when you're supposed to pass it. Don't become frustrated and doubt yourself. I passed it when he wanted me to pass it, and my legs was like noodles when I went to the desk. It took a long time to print the paper out. I was like, look, sir, I need to sit down. And he printed the paper out. I went to my car. I called my mama. I said, Mama, I passed that test. I was crying on the phone with my mama, y'all. I don't never cry in front of my mama. But that happened, and I just want to tell whoever this video is for, whoever sees this video, trust the timeline of your life. It's not going to happen when everybody else is happen. It might not even happen when mine happened. It might happen before. It might happen one after. It might happen the same time. But I just wanted to tell you, trust when your timeline is supposed to do certain things. It's already written for you. It's nothing you can do to rush it, to speed up the process. Don't quit. That's what my YouTube channel is all about. Resilience. It's so many times in my life that I should have quit, could have quit, wanted to quit, and I kept pushing. Keep going. You're going to pass that test. And when you do pass the test, please, if you watch this video, comment in the comment section. I want to hear it. I want to celebrate for you. I want to celebrate with you. I want to hear the good news. I want to hear that you trusted your timeline. And yes, you got this. You are smart. You are intelligent. You know the work. A paper doesn't determine what you know. Keep going, don't let go, and it's going to happen for you. Congratulations, 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 okay? And yeah, look, I want to say, first off, let me say congratulations, okay? Love you. If you are watching this video, please let me know when you pass the test, or if this has happened to you, please comment, and I will see y'all in another one. Love you guys. Bye.
I'm living that balanced life. Heart open but my boundaries tight. I can love you and still love